welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The sun is out, a great afternoon for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from South Florida. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Miami offense set to go, led by 27-year-old Tua Tagovailoa. Great, hard to believe, 6th season as the Dolphins quarterback.
One of the few southpaws we have playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and while he doesn't have one of the strongest arms, he makes up for it with great anticipation and pinpoint accuracy. So what it does, it allows him to throw very catchable balls. A lot of his receivers do a lot of the damage after the catch, and only time's going to tell how this one plays out. But when he's on his game, he'll do for a lot of points.
Yeah, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua on the run to the right. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down. Keep it going.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Tua, give it to Achan. Oh, yeah.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of 2nd and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass. But this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this 3rd down got a whole lot more manageable.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. Here we go on 4th down with Tua. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have a Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
First down.
I like the call to keep the offense on the line. From this distance, a field goal is no sure thing, and that's a great job by the quarterback, recognizing the situation. Nobody's open. Take off, become a runner, extend the drive, pick up the first down.
Forced to his right. He'll run again. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up first and goal.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Here's H.M. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop up. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now, from the 9, it'll be second and goal. Here's Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for H.M.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on third and goal? From the gun, here's Tua. That is caught.
I think you got to go for it here, Mike. They've had this impressive opening drive where they've marched their way all the way down into the red zone, and the last thing you want to do here is settle for 3. This is the chance. Set the tone for the rest of the game, and let's see what they dial up here on fourth down.
Getting the tough yards, they'll go with their fullback. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Second and inches. Now Herbert on the bootleg. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back where you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and away at the 17-yard line.
Second down and 8. Again, they'll go with Haskins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. From the gun, it's Herbert. Right side, hauled in by McConkey. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And the Chargers first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline. and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, Haskins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. If you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
1st down, Chargers.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 14.
Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Herbert. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 30-yard attempt.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, Malik Washington. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time They'll start out first down and 10. They'll bring Waller in motion here. 2 and out on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 4. From the pistol, here's Achane. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Miami.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Past the 40, and he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 29.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On first and 10, here's Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Waddle's first catch. Good for a first down.
The 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. Tua going to hold on to this. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Malik Washington. Touchdown, Dolphins.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Riley Patterson now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead.
Chargers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready for their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. On play action now, Herbert. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
No play fake. Herbert. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it's going to bring up a third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. A handoff here with Haskins. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Chargers.
One quarter in the books. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back in South Florida after this. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Haskins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, L.A.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
This has been a great drive and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And he will get into the end zone. Himani Vidal. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chargers are on top. It's now 10-7.
Dolphins 7.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Now, Tua and And the Miami offense head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Tua. He takes off, and he will give himself up at the end of that one.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to Achane, heading right. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw is Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is brought in. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 31 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Man in motion here is Washington. Off play action, it's Tua. This one caught by Waller. And he's out of bounds and gains 13. Going to make it a much more manageable 3rd down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and into.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come
in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Tui Pelotu in there for the sack, works his way through. It's a loss of 5.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Tua. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Anderson's kick is good. And the Dolphins will level the score at 10 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Haskins now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Pistol here for Herbert. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. It's 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. A throw on the move is caught. 14 yards on that pass play there, and the Chargers have the 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Herbert to the air again. One down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws, and that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he is out of bounds. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
Now Herbert again. Finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
And he's in! Tyler Coughlin, touchdown Chargers.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass, results in the touchdown pass. But really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Point after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Chargers go up by 7. It is now 17-10.
Dolphins 10.
Touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Whoa! And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting set to get back to work. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. A play fake. Now, 2 of the throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Man in motion here is Washington. A run up the middle with Achan. Ooh! And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter, and he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Tuipulotu getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He'll step up and run this. He elects to go down to the ground and give himself up.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Tua now on 3rd down. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion, Westbrook-Akine. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Morgan on the tackle. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9. From the gun, here's Tua. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked up by Cam Hart. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th down.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. Just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Now he'll run. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On play action, it's Herbert. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. Open man is the tight end, Disley. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Waste of time. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Chargers 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Miami after this. 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Herbert. Looking middle, and he finds Disley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action, it's Tagovailoa. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. A big play to kick off this drive. 32 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks. Because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
And he's going to have the 1st down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
In motion, it's Waddle. On the handoff, this is Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Mike, you know the best time to pick up 1st downs is? On 1st downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row. 3 1st downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for 2. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. But Dupree in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's 2. Now a screen set up for Achane. Searching for some kind of seed to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
Oh, guys, you got this. Let's win.
Out comes Riley Patterson to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Herbert. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Play action now. It's Herbert. Left side, he's got the tight end, Disley. That's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Disley is the man in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
Now, Herbert. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Here comes Vidal. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Rasul Douglas that time to end the play.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Herbert to throw. He's got his man. Allen with the connection.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
They try again. It's 2nd and 10. Perfect. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Haskins. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
They'll run with Vidal. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last 2 plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. That's down the field and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Dolphins offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action. Tagovailoa. Look at that. Slinging across his body and connected. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good.
What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
24-yard line.
These wide outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
Tua, give it to H.N., and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw is Tua. He'll step up and run. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Tua now on 1st down. This one caught by Waller.
Down at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action, it's Tua. Coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 7.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Throwing on third down, Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Dolphins cut the deficit down to 1.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take it over once more. Their lead is just a point. They begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run with Haskins. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. On play action. Now Herbert. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
20 yards on that pass play. 1st down, L.A.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time. And the
ball comes out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball. More bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got the open man. That's McConkey. A pickup of 14 on that one. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And he is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. So he ended up losing a couple of yards. Not a good 1st down.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Disley is the man in motion. Here's Haskins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
54-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll fake the hand. Now, Tua. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
From the gun, here's Tua. The throw on the run is complete. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Achane. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
In motion, it's Waddle. A play fake. Now, Tua to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
On fourth down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep is Darius Davis. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Off-balance throw. It's complete. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Charger first down.
First down, Chargers.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Play is made on defense by Jordan Brooks.
It's second and 8.
So, from the 37, here's second and 8. Allen in motion. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Catch made there by Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
And it's third down.
Now it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They hook up again, second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's first and 10. Quick throw, caught by Johnston on the RPO. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 5. Now Herbert. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. Now they are in business. inside the 15-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. Throwing now is Herbert. Taking off. A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the fourth quarter.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. His own end zone, it's Tua. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held them just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Still 2nd down.
Here's a give to Aiken. And he's trying to get upfield, but cannot do it. Now backwards to the 2.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running backs any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On 3rd down, they'll go with A-Check. A gain there of 11. First down, Miami.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Dolphins. First down.
Typically in a 3rd down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. A throw on the move is caught.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
On 2nd down, A-Check. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Rush to his left.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to run. That's a man from OK State, Ollie Gordon. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Dolphins 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
That is caught left side by Waddle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be counted?
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Justin Aboigbe. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Tua. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. Tua going to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Tua. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Tui Pelotu getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. Throw across his body is complete. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. So now, pressure situation for Riley Patterson. This to get back within a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
it is back to a one-point game now in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. Davis now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Herbert. Coming free is Conklin. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run the sneak, and he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert to throw. He'll get this complete left side to Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st down,
A
Chargers.
big one here in the 4th quarter. 32 yards.
The offense is able to land a big blow there, and I think what happened defensively, Mike, is just everyone was not on the same page. And when you do that at this level, the good offenses, they're going to make you pay for it. They've got to clean up those mistakes, make the offense have to earn everything they get.
Short throw taken in by Disley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. From the gun, it's Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
To the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the 1st of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Here's Herbert. And he's in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
Dicker now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Chargers are going to open up the lead to 8.
Chargers 27, Dolphins 19.
Touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Washington now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Now, Tua and the Miami offense head out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll bring Waller in motion here. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
So the athleticism of this tight end is pretty well documented, Mike. I mean, he can pick up yards after the catch. It's just such a rare trait for tight ends. So it's the size, it's the speed, it's the matchup problem. I mean, we got a glimpse of all of it right here.
In motion, Westbrook-Akine. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He runs with it. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Now it's A.J. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's Tua. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Here's first down. A-Chain. And that'll be a pickup of
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. In motion, it's Waddle. Off play action, it's Tua. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
That's complete. It's Waddle. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the leg down.
Back to throw is Tua. There's that man again. Another catch.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back, looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
One last throw here for Tua. He'll get this out to the left flat, and he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. The comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.